good. Well, how's it, guys? Crazy old week last week. Me, a couple of the kids got pretty crook with a gastro bug, and poor old Ness has got it today and yesterday. So she's at home today. So trying to get all the kids up this morning, do all the jobs. And the weather this week is mank, so I don't know exactly what's going to be on this video, but I'm guessing it'll be a lot of garage work and catch-up jobs. So, right, let's go and get the kids up. Are you getting up? Or maybe not. What are you doing?
Hey, go away.
You get up. Come on. What are you doing?
I had to put my TV on.
Oh, are you playing with Braxton's? It was Braxton's birthday yesterday.
Fall off.
You got some cool Crocs, even though I don't like Crocs, but come on, up you go. Come on. Hey.
Stop it, I don't like
Oh, stop it, I don't like it. Come on. Up you get. Up you get. Get up. Get up. It's time to go to school. It's time to go to school. The sun's scorching your eyeballs out.
Not the sun.
No, it's not actually. It's still dark and raining, but it's time to get up. Time to get up. Come on. Haha, team. It's so good to be back to my happy place. Back at the gym, allowed to do weights. Well, a certain amount of weights, not too much. But yeah, loving it. Don't know why I do it to myself. I don't know. Hey team. Well, I built this drawer. I built this drawer at Christmas time, and it started off mint. They are cheap runners, so it might be the issue, but yeah, it is really stiff. I can get it to there and it rolls mint, but as I close it up, it starts binding, and I don't know if it's binding further back or binding on the bottom, if the drawer's binding. I'm not entirely sure. So I'm going to whip it out, pull it out, take the drawer off, then I am going to take some measurements and we'll see what's going on. I might have to maybe take 10mm off the width of the drawer maybe. I don't know. We'll whip it off and have a look. Alrighty, I think I found it. I don't know if you can see down there. This measurement here is 325, but right down in here, about there, is actually only about 310. So there must be, yeah, there must be something sort of just in the floor. In fact, you can possibly see it there too. I think the floor's ramping up. So I don't really know if I can put anything down through the floor because I don't know what's under the truck. So what I might do is I might actually cut a little bit off the length of the box. In fact, I could even taper it, but yeah, I'll adjust the box to draw it south. Alrighty, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run my saw along this line. I'm going to cut 10 mils off it. Alrighty team, well, the moment of truth after a bit of a bashing, beating and absolute butchering. Oh yes. Look at that guys, superb. Doesn't help that I got things that are slightly higher than everything, but like a glove. Gotta be happy with that. First little win for the week. Alrighty, well that's the quenching side of things done. So this will take it to extremely brittle, very, very, very hard steel. And now what I'll do is I'll do 2 cycles in the oven at about 180 to 200 degrees Celsius, and that will temper it back a little bit and hopefully bring it back to about 55, 60 on the Rockwell. And then it's all a whole heap of hand sanding again to get all this black scale off. So what I'm doing here, guys, is, ow, that one's hot. This is a hardness tester. Just some files, and this sort of tests just how hard the steel is. And you want that to be running across the steel and not digging in. This is a Rockwell of 65, or HRC 65. So this is you sort of want to be at this stage, at this point, running across the steel like that, and not digging into the steel. If you dig into the steel, it's still a little bit too soft. And so at this point, we need to get these cleaned off, and then we actually need to get them in the oven as quick as, because as they cool down, they potentially, because they're so hard, have the tendency to get hairline cracks in them. We don't really want that, do we? Alrighty, time to do a batch of knives. Now, I've had the oven preheating. Biggest, most important thing is that the oven is at a constant heat. You don't want it to be rising, fluctuating or anything like that, so you don't want it to be heating up. It needs to be at that constant sort of 180, 190. There we go, guys. Set those up for first 2 hour session, and then we'll take them out, let them air cool, cool down to room temperature, and then do it all again. Alrighty, guys, had these puppies in for about 4 hours now, with about half an hour, 3/4 of an hour cool down period in between. So we'll get them out. Woohoo! And yeah, and then the fun starts with all the hand sanding. Like I'm preparing dinner for the kids. Yeah, kids, fresh batch of knives already. Okay, guys, all cooled down now. Tickety-boo, on to the hand sanding. The part I really enjoy. Not, but here goes one I've been working on for about half an hour, 3/4 of an hour. And to give you a bit of an indication, that's what one side looks like. So I haven't even touched that side yet. That's all the carbon buildup and what they call scale from the heat treating. And that's what it'll end up looking like. So as you can see, there's lots of little marks, imperfections in the steel. That's just high carbon steel for you. It almost has a grain as well. So you're never gonna, it's never going to polish up to a mirror finish unless you just go mental and spend days and days and days sanding it right up to about 1200 grit. And even then, it's not going to stay polished because high carbon steel, what does it do? It rusts. So it is going to grey off and tarnish and go with that like old antique patina. So there's no real point or benefit to getting it to a high polish. But either way, I try and get it to about that point there, and then I'm usually pretty happy with it. So yeah, what have I got? one side plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more to go. Woohoo!